"The most terrible thing I've ever seen. The Queen and Prince William comfort Grenfell Tower survivors and thank hero firefighters as the royals tell desperate locals we will come back." The Queen and her grandson Prince William were met with applause when they dropped into an emergency shelter in West London this morning to meet the devastated survivors of the Grenfell Tower disaster. Her Majesty the Queen, accompanied by HRH the Duke of Cambridge, visited the Westway Sports Centre in White City, a venue that has been a focal point for efforts to support those affected by the deadly inferno inside the high-rise. The royal visitors met volunteers, local residents and community representatives while visiting the shelter, which is in the shadow of the charred remains of the building in West London. Prince William talked emotionally about the inferno, which has claimed the lives of at least 30 people, and described it as one of the most terrible things I have ever seen. While talking to Penny Appeal charity worker Taxima Furtis, 31, from East London, the Queen said, "You have been incredible, please keep continuing," and Prince William shook her hand to say thank you. The visit was slightly tarnished by a heckler who shouted, "What about the children?" at the Queen and Prince William as they left, but the Duke held his hand up in a calm manner and told the man not to worry, reassuring him that they would return. Queen Elizabeth II arrived at the center wearing a blue outfit and matching hat as she talked solemnly with volunteers and officials. She was flanked by Prince William in a suit and both headed inside the center, having mingled with those stood outside. When Prime Minister Theresa May visited Westway yesterday, she stayed for 15 minutes and did not talk to residents, prompting widespread criticism and anger. Conversely, the Queen and Prince William were applauded when they arrived at 11 a.m. today and spent 45 minutes at the center. Her Majesty was shown around by a volunteer as they walked past mountains of donated food and boxes of clothes sent in to help those who lost everything in the horror blaze. As well as meeting survivors and the emergency services, the Queen also mingled with the volunteers at the center. The Queen and Duke were greeted by the Lord Lieutenant of Greater London, Ken Eliza, with the shell of the tower block visible in the distance behind them. The Queen, dressed in blue, stopped to speak to local residents who had gathered outside. The pair met with volunteers who have coordinated the effort at the center, in front of tables stacked with donated goods. William commented to one volunteer, who spoke about the fire, "Things like that you never want to see." The Duke told another volunteer, "That's one of the most terrible things I have ever seen." A strong campaigner on mental health, William said it was important that those affected talked about the trauma they had witnessed. The royal visitors spent more than 40 minutes at the center before leaving in a Range Rover when a moment of controversy occurred. The Queen was speaking to the last policeman before leaving as Prince William was stood waiting when a man started heckling them. Mail Online's Anthony Joseph was outside the sports center and saw the scenes unfold.